Today we're going to be taking a deeper look at Radix, who some people are saying is quite rad. It's a layer 1 blockchain, or actually it's not even a blockchain. It's called a DLT, Distributed Ledger Technology. And I'll break down just exactly what that is and really why it's interesting. Yo, my name is Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm not the only one making radical jokes, so are they radically different. Full stack DeFi, decentralized finance. Full disclosure, I would like to thank Radix for supporting the VoskCoin YouTube channel, but I've been following Radix for years. So, what's going on here? DeFi, thriving, game changer, purpose-built DeFi programming, and I really will explain why that's actually interesting. System of on-ledger royalties. This is a big problem with, you make all this stuff, I fork it and add a bunch of marketing, and then I get all the praise and the market share when you're the builder, and then I forked it and did marketing, and oh wow, look at me, Mr. Me Sings, huh? A common problem we face in the cryptocurrency sector is going to be scalability. They say that they got it. Unlimited scalability forever. That's a bold claim, but they boast that it's due to their consensus algorithm. Due to the way that their network and code is composed, they illustrate that developers will be able to build quickly without the constant threat of exploits, hacks, where every improvement will get rewarded and where scale won't be bottleneck. There's a few things I want to talk about, but I want to skip to this page in my notes. So security through simplicity through their Scripto programming language, right? This is a first language where assets of value, tokens, NFTs, and more are first-class types that ensure nothing can be lost or unaccounted for at runtime. Developers can focus on writing core DApp, decentralized application logic, that is safer because they never have to implement asset behavior and error checking themselves. It's a bit complicated, but basically this is supposed to make it so it's just simply easy and developer friendly to deploy smart contracts, right? dApps, decentralized applications, just everything you could really know or think of in cryptocurrency without holes in them that can be exploited like we see happen all too often on Ethereum among other blockchains. Scripto is based on Rust, powerful expressive logic of one, best loved languages today, asset oriented primitives, functions that let the developer focus on quickly programming finance, not programming a blockchain. This is a very interesting take, and I'm curious to see how this one's going to play out. Scripto takes open source to the next level, an on-network blueprint catalog of reusable pieces of functionality that allow developers to contribute and leverage code that isn't just open, it's alive and proven out there every day, an on-network royalty system that lets any developer get directly rewarded for their contributions, large or small, as they are used, like Spotify, as in Spotify royalties for code. They have a big release coming up. It's called Babylon. And with Babylon, they take this tweet from Vitalik Buterin. Okay, he is the face creator of Ethereum, if you will, if you somehow don't know that. And they take this tweet and Vitalik's like, my biggest regret is not launching ETH1 in July 2015 instead of September 2014. Deficiencies in ETH1, they have to spend years painfully fixing, hex tree, RLP, gas costs, no account abstraction. They reference this for very obvious reasons that they are looking to tackle these things, solve these things, and just have them ready to go. And again, it kind of comes back to that mission that they've clearly adopted, and it's more of building first, market second. But that doesn't mean their token's not already out there. Radix is already a top 100 cryptocurrency, 66. And I think it's surprising how many cryptocurrencies are in the top 100. And when I talk to people, I'm like, hey, what do you think about Radix? And they're like, who? What do you think about this, number 73 coin? I'm like, huh? Most cryptocurrencies, even top 100, are still unknown. Many people do not really venture out of the top 25. Radix commands a market cap of over $500 million. They do $2.5 million in trading volume in the last 24 hours. You look at their FDV, fully diluted valuation, it comes in at $1.4 billion. That's if their whole token supply was out there. Okay, so if you were to put $1,000 into XRD or the Radix token, you would come up with 17,500 tokens right now. It's down 91% from its all-time high hit in the last crypto bull run, and they bounced off their tracked all-time low 10 months ago. They've rebounded 81% since then. Looking at where this coin is traded, I think this is one of the lacking pieces with Radix. They're not on many major cryptocurrency exchanges that people frequent, right? The Binance, the Coinbase, even a Kraken, right? The most popular cryptocurrency exchange here that I see, that I think most of you would be familiar with, would be KuCoin, which has become a much less popular destination after they implemented mandatory KYC. So what do you do with the token? Well, some of the things you can do is just staking, right? You can stake XRD tokens, or you can also become a validator. It's a decentralized platform, and they use DPoS, delegated proof of stake. Users stake their XRD tokens to validator nodes, basically validate transactions and move not the chain, but this distributed ledger, which, to put it simply, you can just kind of basically think of it like a blockchain. It's different tech though. They utilize an economic incentive to encourage people to stake their coins, stake them to good nodes, and for node runners to operate them. These incentives are through the minting of new XRD tokens called emissions. These emissions go to both the stakers as well as the node runners if each node is doing its job by correctly participating in consensus on transactions. So that's the brief crash course on Radix XRD, but there's also ERadix, which comes in at the 241st biggest cryptocurrency, as the way CoinGecko ranks these things, which is always an interesting dilemma with a main token and then a wrapped token. So what is ERadix? Well, it's sharing about the same price movement. We look at the markets. Oh, look at all these options. Uniswap, right? Uniswap, Ethereum. Oh, so EXRD or ERadix is an Ethereum token. So it's on the Ethereum blockchain. And we look at the timestamped metrics here. There's over 14,000 holders of this cryptocurrency. They've done over 218,000 transfers here on an alternate blockchain other than their own main chain. And we can see these tokens are flying around from DeFi Plaza, Gate.io, Uniswap, 1inch, and Mevbot. One thing that I really like that Radix is doing is going to be grants, right? They have grant programs for building on their chain, just encouraging development, encouraging, just that community building, okay? Building Web3 DeFi projects is tough, right? So boom, enter grant program to help facilitate that. They reference how Dan Hughes started as a one-man mission back in 2013, and now they've grown into a full-time team that has seen it all. To help facilitate that Web3 revolution that they want, they are putting forth their grant program designed to support grassroots movements, and it's already growing in their developer community. This is a page I really like. I wish that more projects had just a very simple explorer like this. This is radixecosystem.com. This is a site to explore their ecosystem, right? radixnode.io, a validator, okay? Radlock. Build projects and trust on Radix. They have liquidity locking, vesting, a launchpad. I mean, this is a DeFi token launchpad that, vesting, right? Liquidity locking. Those are great tools to just help prevent rugs and scams and just establish the validity and long game and just clear tokenomics and emission schedules and unlocks for users. That stuff is very valuable without going on a huge rant. Stake safe. Decentralized Radix ecosystem with high performance nodes, secure staking, dedicated professional support, right? Weft finance, user-friendly, secure place for asset lenders and borrowers built on Radix. Alpha Dex, a decentralized order book exchange platform on the Radix network. Radix rats, cool rats living on the Radix ledger. Scripto heroes, NFTs, right? Natty radishes. We're going to be more NFTs there. I have no affiliation with anything we're talking about here. They just populate, high on this list. We can go hot. Hey, what's hot? The Abandoned Arena, Doge Cube, Rad Node, Invaders. So my point here being, right, maybe there's something in particular you're interested in, right? Maybe you just want to learn more. So what's this education tab? We see the Radix Talk, Radix Wiki, Scriptonaut AI Assistants. This is great to just have a quick, glance at the ecosystem, quickly search, and get involved if you want to. We look at Radix ecosystem metrics. We look at their TVL. It's something to be proud of. They have a TVL of $200 million. It's 20% of $1 billion. Not bad. TVL DApps coming in at 2 million. Most of that TVL is coming from staked tokens. So small ecosystem, yeah. Total users right now, I mean, it's low. You see that it's bouncing around between 300 and a little bit over 1,000 in the last several weeks, but that's fine. To round it out, I want to talk more about like the why, right? Like why Radix? So radically better, but why is it radically better? So the key takeaway here is supposed to be a wallet that friends, family, colleagues can confidently use without needing to blind sign, understanding seed phrases, or how to add new assets. Imagine, to put it simply, it seems like a user noob, non-crypto, user-centric, friendly wallet, an easy to use wallet, right? It's removing that barrier to entry, to reducing that friction when it comes to actually being a cryptocurrency user, or really utilizing crypto tech, Web3 tech, and not really even realizing it. Just transacting like you would on a day-to-day basis with your credit card or debit card or whatever, but now it's on chain. Now it's secure. Now we can verify what the hell is going on. We've already talked in detail about Scripto, but that's something they have that's novel and they're very proud of it. They make a comparison that they're building basically a Web3 DeFi crypto engine, comparing it to things like the Unity game engine, which is facing huge drama now. Did you see that stuff on paying per install? That's wild. How many of you out there had the joy of playing Unreal Tournament 2004, or even the Quake games for that? Different time. Hey, it's okay. A key way they tried to summarize this from the RadFi conferences, I'll show you this quick clip, is Web3 strength with Web2 simplicity. That's like a very cool Apple-esque simple way to describe it.
With Scripto, many more of the 27 million developers worldwide can take their Web3 ideas to production, managing hundreds of millions of dollars quicker than ever before. And all of this is only made possible with the full Radix technology stack. A technology stack where the programming language, execution environment, and consensus have all been designed to work perfectly together for Web3.
And to round out this video and illustrate just how fresh all of this stuff is, Babylon, September 2023. The node, Radix Engine Scripto was released earlier this year in the beginning of July. Updated gateway, wallet, dashboard, RCnet v2, v3, and the sobering realization for them, but if you're new to this, it doesn't really impact you the same way, that they had to update their release timeline. And if it's a difficult decision, that means that it was pushed back. But they've taken that hard stance of wanting to have a proper foundation as opposed to what they reference as an inferior foundation here. So I want to know, after watching this video, what do you think of Radix? Is this rad? Or do you think it's going to pass by just like a fad? I didn't script that. That's my lame improv. That's how I do it here at the channel, which is home of our CRO, our Chief Rad Officer. That's going to be Tails Vosk, the resident Shiba Inu and owner of VoskCoin. Again, my name is Drew Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I hope you subscribe. Stick around.